In this module, we'll understand how we can do all the setup which is required to start writing the TypeScript. Very first thing, we need a good IDE. Of course, you can use any IDE of your choice, but I strongly recommend to use the Visual Studio Code, which is mostly wide used and which will give you a much more simplification, a darker mode to work on it and everything. So let's quickly search for the Visual Studio Code. You can just go to their official website and hit a download button from here. It's available with the Mac and Windows and Linux as well. So it's a pretty simple, straightforward installation. So once you are done with this particular installation, you should be able to see a window something like this where you can see all the VS Code. Initially, it might ask you some few permissions. You can just click on allow it at the time of installation. Once you are done with this ID installation, the next steps comes for the Node.js installation. So we are not using Node.js anyway in our this particular course, but to install the TypeScript, we are going to use the npm, and npm is available with the Node.js. So we just need a Node.js environment. We are not going to use anything out of Node.js. We just need the npm so that we can simply install the TypeScript. So how to install the Node.js? You can just quickly search Node.js, and it's an official website, nodejs.org. And I'll recommend always to download a stable version, the LTS. Don't download the current one because it might have the bit difficulties. Recommended for the most of the users is the LTS version, which is a stable version. And at the time when you are downloading, when you are seeing this course, you might see the more latest version of this particular Node.js, but it doesn't matter. You can just download the latest available LTS version. After downloading this, it will straightforward give you the next step by step option for the installation. Keep all the defaults selected because it will do some path environment path setup and everything. Don't change anything and just continue the installation. Once you're done with the installation, you might need to restart your VS Code or maybe restart your Windows machine. Mostly it happens with the Windows machine. Uh, and when you should do that, I'll tell you. So in this particular VS Code, when you're opening, you just need to go here, terminal, new terminal, and here it will show you. Select an appropriate folder here where you're going to work. I have just selected an introduction folder here right now. And let me just confirm the node got installed successfully. Yes, the node was installed successfully, and for me, the node version is 16. For you, it could be something different. Also, along with this, confirm you are able to see the npm version out of it. If you are not able to see this particular npm version here, it means your installation didn't succeeded. If it is showing success there, you might need to restart this VS Code window once. If it is not still happening, try restarting your machine. If it's still not happening, then you must Google and check on Stack Overflow the different issues you're facing and get your installation completed. Make sure you must get this npm version listed here for installation of the TypeScript. So this is how we are installing the VS Code and the Node.js. Before installing TypeScript locally, let's quickly set up a folder structure that we are going to use throughout this course. So very first thing, inside this particular VS Code, I'm going to File, Open Folder, and I have created a new blank folder called Recording here. And inside this particular folder, I'm going to create the first one that is called Introduction. So this is my first project name. I'm saying something like that. So I'm inside the Introduction folder here and hit Open. So I should be able to see it's a complete blank. Initially, I'm having a folder called recording inside that introduction. Then I'll keep creating the new one inside the recording folder. So this is my folder structure. Now let's try to install the TypeScript. For the installation of TypeScript, it's super simple. You just need to go to terminal here. Yeah, make sure you're inside your project folder here. And let me say here npm install TypeScript, and I'm saying hyphen save dev. So we are using npm node package manager for the installation purpose of the TypeScript here, and we are mentioning hyphen save hyphen dev. Why we are using that? Because we just want to install this as a development dependency locally over here. We don't want to keep it as a production dependency. So no need to worry about that for now, because it will be useful when you're going to deploy any application and everything and make it more performance improved way. Important here is to install the TypeScript. Let me hit an enter here. It will take a couple of minutes for you. For me, it is super fast because already it is installed for me. It is just updating few of its components maybe. As soon as I'm doing this, it's giving me a couple of options here, a couple of folders and everything got created. We'll not look into that detail. Before that, I would like to have a detail called TSC hyphen hyphen version. So I just want to confirm the TypeScript installation is perfect. So it is showing me the version that I'm having, that is 4.4.4. What exactly the TSC? It is TypeScript compiler. For you, it could be a different version depending on which version you are installing. So no need to worry about the version as we have seen in the last lecture. Coming to the folder structure which is got created here, it is giving the node modules inside which I'm having the TypeScript library, all the file that we don't need to even look into that detail. It is also giving the package.json and the package log.json. It is all npm related, these package related, not to worry anything out of it. We just need to use this TypeScript compiler for our compilation purpose. So let's create the first file, index.html, and let's use a quick shortcut here for the HTML. Okay, so it's giving me header, body, and everything. Let's say, oh, I updated something else. Okay, fine. So let's say a quick heading here. I want to create a functionality here called hello world. Oh, fine. Okay, let's try to execute this. And for me, the folder structure is bit different right now. It's under the recording, introduction, and then index.html. Yes, I'm getting my hello world here. Perfectly fine. And now create the very first, the script.ts. Okay, and let me say console hi from TypeScript. Fine, sounds good. Okay, and here is our HTML file. Now the HTML file won't support connection with the TS, right? It should only be connected with the JavaScript file. So we'll do that conversion. And before that, how we can compile this TS file, we'll see first. So here's my TS file, which is saying simple console log. Let me just compile it with the TSC. You can just observe here, TSC I'm mentioning. Let me just make it up. So TSC, I'm saying the script.ts file I want to compile. It's giving some issues here. Oh, there is a spell mistake in the script here. Give me a second. Oh, it's again wrong. Yeah, script.ts, and let's try to run it now. Yeah, the compilation is successful. As soon as we are doing this, first thing you should observe, you are getting an automated JS file. And this is what the magic of the TypeScript. Let me again delete this particular JS file. Hit the tsc script.ts. Compilation is completed and your JS file is ready. Now I can use the JS file to attach inside my HTML. Let's do that. Script source, and I want to use the script.js here. And let's see the outcome. Yes, hi from the TypeScript file. So the code we are writing in the TypeScript is getting compiled to the JavaScript, and then our website is working. And this is what we have seen in the initial lectures, how the developer is writing code in TypeScript and getting converted to the JavaScript, and then we are using it in an HTML automated way. So here is the magic from the TypeScript of JavaScript conversion.